The conscious mind may be compared to a fountain playing in the sun and falling back into the great subterranean pool of subconscious from which it rises, meaning both the subconscious and the unconscious parts of our psyche and mind can be considered to have not only character, distinction, identity, significance, sovereignty, and other virtues and qualities about itself without any external interferences or interruptions, but it has even more significance, distinction, agency than the consciousness and awareness of the individual man and woman. So the unconscious and the subconscious parts of the psyche have always had, and they still have more important significance, character, agency, role, virtue than the conscious mind could ever have in its entirety of lifespan. Because ultimately, all of our behaviors, actions, responses, successes are dictated, controlled, dominated, or manipulated by the subconscious and the unconscious mind's repression, desires, wants, and everything else that we have essentially and fundamentally buried, overlooked, neglected, and denied in ourselves, disowned them as not part of ourselves, such as anger, arrogance, rejection, betrayal, are all stored in the subconscious and the unconscious, and they always speak, they always lurk into the conscious, and they never disappear or vanish. They resurface upon our confrontation with the same kind of anxieties, traumas, tragedies, pains, hardships that we have had before, that we overcame, surpassed in the past, resurfaces when we're confronted or up against a similar kind of circumstance and situations. That triggers the subconscious, the unconscious parts of the mind and its inventory and storage of repression. Everything that we are subjected to repression and repressed is stored in the subconscious and unconscious, and they resurface in the present behavior, cause interruptions, interferences, and problems in our growth, progress, learning, relationships, education, profession, jobs, and makes our life miserable, dangerous, because we have not been able to resolve, manage, and do away with what we have repressed, with basically everything that we put into repression is still there within ourselves, causing arrogance, sudden triggers, mood swings, anxieties, depressions in us that we call bad behavior or bad days. But the unresolved traumas, the repressed desires, unmet needs, unhealed relationships are still there, and they always cause interruptions in the present, in the conscious behavior and the awareness of the individual.